Okay, so we're back with more Calculus 1 limits. Let's get started. Okay, so today we're looking at the limit as x approaches 2 of x squared plus 5x minus 14 over x minus 2. Okay, so to start these limits, the first thing you're going to want to do is try inserting the limiting value. You see that 2 by itself by the x, that's the limiting value. And we're going to insert that. We're going to try to find the limit by inserting that everywhere you see an x. So what does that look like? Well, that looks like 2 squared plus 5 times 2 minus 14 over 2 minus 2. So that's going to be typically the first thing you want to try to do. And sometimes you might get lucky. In this case, we're not. Because if we do the math, that calculates to 0 over 0, which is the indeterminate form. So that means that doesn't work. Okay, so after you try that, the next thing you want to typically try is algebra manipulation. Okay, well, in this case, the algebra manipulation that we're going to use is factoring. Okay, so look at the top. That is a trinomial where a is equal to 1. So I can attempt to factor this thing as such. So we have the limit as x approaches 2. We'll go ahead and put our x in our x, and we need the factors of 14 that'll give us 5. So we're going to need x plus 7 and x minus 2 over x minus 2. Well, you can see those two things in purple, they're going to cancel. So that's what you're typically looking for, right? You're going to insert the limiting value. If that doesn't work, you're going to try to factor. Maybe something will cancel. In this case, it does. Great. So what is left over is the limit as x approaches 2 of x plus 7. Now, after the first time you insert the limiting factor, it's not the only time you do that. After you do algebra manipulation, you want to try it again and try inserting that limiting value after you try your first round of algebra manipulation. In this case, we're going to put it back in. We got 2 plus 7, which gives us 9. So to answer this question, the limit as x approaches 2 of x squared plus 5x minus 14 over x minus 2 is equal to 9. Thank you so much for watching. Do you have any questions, comments, concerns? Please make sure to leave them down below, and I will see you next time.